Live from our studios in Austin, Texas, this is Drinkin' Bros Fake News with Ross Patterson, Dan Holloway, Papa G with the traffic,
How you feel?
Not good.
Yeah?
Field Reporter Hot Bob, and Delco Dan with sports. Welcome to Fake News.
Welcome to Drinkin' Bros. Fake news, everyone. Somber day in the studio. Somber day. We lost Queen Elizabeth II today. Dan, where were you when you heard the news?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Here, I guess.
Yeah.
It was like 45 minutes ago.
It sure was. It sure was. I felt like you were in the other room. Just didn't know if you had put some tape down to where you were standing or how you were going to memorialize her.
Well, I mean, I took a selfie
Okay.
with a single tear rolling down my cheek. But, I like to stay positive.
Yeah, no, I know. And I think everybody who listens to this or watches at home knows that you're a glass half full type of guy.
Oh, I'm a glass completely full kind of guy. So that's the difference. I don't worry about what's in the glass. If I want more in there, I put more in there instead of bitching about it. So in this case, instead of bitching about, the queen dying or worrying about what's going to happen next, I'm just going to celebrate her life in the way that I celebrate people's lives.
And how's that?
Well, tonight I'm going to strangle bait with a Union Jack.
The
British,
yeah, the flag?
British flag, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
No spotter, or is
I don't
there,
need-
is there
I
going to
don't-
be a loved one there?
I don't need a spotter.
You don't?
No.
Do you have those finger toe shoes with the rubber grips on them?
No, I don't have anything like that, but I do have some new technology. That,
For strangulation?
well, it's not for strangulation specifically, but I guess it kind of is, right?
Yeah,
So,
patent pending?
so it's essentially, you know what an AED is, right?
Sure.
I have developed this technology that monitors my breathing and heart rate. It's called an Apple Watch. You may have heard of it.
No.
Yeah, it was me
Actually,
that-
know nothing about it.
It was me that did that. So all I do is I hook it up to an AED that's always on my body when I'm strangle baiting. And if I choke myself out, it just fucking shocks me back to life.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was using some of that sandpaper tape, the sticky tape, and I put it on my first two toes. I put it on the big toe and I put it on the middle toe.
So you don't slip, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually on a chair because I like the height of it. So I'm standing
You're also covered in lubricant, right?
Yes.
Which makes things slippery.
head to toe. Because I want to feel part of the danger, but not all of the danger, which is why I tape up the first two toes. That way they can really grip the chair, kind of like an eagle claw to it, right as I achieve climax.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I just don't like the whole point of it is to let go, right? So you don't want to be worried about any of that stuff. We like to say that sweat in training prevents bloodshed in combat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anything worse than dying from strangulation.
Top of my mind, hand gliding. That's it. It's hand gliding one, and then that two, I think.
Well, that's just kind of gay, to be honest. And here, before we get into everything today,
Yeah.
I've got a question for you. So, what's between these two things? What's gayer? A man sending me a friend request on Snapchat, or me as an adult man having a Snapchat in the first place?
I would say the man sending you a friend request on Snapchat.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Stop sending me friend requests on Snapchat.
Do you have Snapchat?
Yeah, we used to use it for work back in the day for Black Rifle to do stuff, but I don't look at it, open it.
I've never had one.
Every now and again, I'll get like a fucking email or some shit or whatever it is, a notification like, oh, fucking so-and-so added you on Snapchat. Why would a grown man add me on Snapchat? What are you looking for?
Wants to see a fucking dick pic.
You know what I mean? You may as well knock on the fucking closed bathroom door.
Yeah.
Because you're asking to come in and look at my hog.
Yeah.
That's really what you're doing.
Hey.
And it's not going to happen.
Let me see that hog.
Yeah.
Can you hold it like a bear holds a salmon in a stream. That'd be great. Who was it? Let's shame him. Do you have his fucking name?
I don't remember. No.
All right.
I should just delete the app and won't have to worry about it.
Or you bring him up. We bring up his whole fucking profile to the world and put him on notice and say, hey, brother, you can always come out. You don't have to hide in the closet. You can always come out.
Yeah.
And I'm here for you. So find his full name. Find his fucking government name and his address. We'll read aloud, and then we'll all go to his fucking house, and then we'll sit down with him and say, hey, if you want to put another man's penis in your mouth, we are here for you, and we will watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch it too.
If it was, like, I wouldn't just watch gay shit going down, but if it was somebody's first gay experience, I would watch that just out of curiosity. Is it like trying a new food? Like you just touch your little tongue to it a little bit?
It's like
or do you go
like having
full
Thai food?
Or do you just like swallow the entire cock the first time you go after it?
Not sure. I think you kind of, my guess, having never done it, is you start off slow with that. Kind of like at a Thai restaurant when you see the peppers next to the side of it, that tells you how spicy it is. That 2 to 3 jump is huge, and you don't realize it, right? So you just take a little bit, and then you're like, all right, great. This isn't as spicy as I thought it was. Now I'll ingest the whole thing. And I think that's how you go about sucking off your first penis.
Well, if you're out there and you're thinking about sucking your first penis and you would like someone to witness it, we would love to watch.
Sure. And we're here. You can see us from the highway. We got some listeners here today. They found this place pretty goddamn easily. And it used to be a church. It's not anymore, so don't worry. Jesus will still love you here. Is that Pentecostal? Are they Jesus?
I don't know.
All right.
Snake Jesus.
There was a lot of snakes here. There was a lot of snakes here. I beat the virus. First up on fake news today. Actually, shit, one more thing at the top. On hardafseltzer.com, we've got, I think, 112 cases left, and that's it, of the OG flavors. Go buy those before they sell out. The new ones are getting made here in 11 days. So that's it. If you haven't tried the old ones, I'm sorry. You got to get them now, or they might be gone forever. We don't know, okay? We don't know. But what we do know is you should buy them before the new ones come in because they might never come back. We don't really know. First story today is Illinois has lost its mind. Huge shock there. It's my birth state. I was born in Peoria. It's me and Richard Pryor. After several years of defund the police bullshit, leading to a record crime and murder rates in nearly every single city in the country, Illinois has decided to go full retard on this one. On Jan 1, 2023, the Safe-T Act, which is fun. You know, you can't just spell out safety anymore. You got to take off that Y.
Yeah.
You got to take off that Y.
This is what happens when government officials try to get clever.
Sure is.
It's basically like a fucking dad joke, but it makes everybody angry. Just shut the fuck up. You know the USA Patriot Act? That's an acronym.
Is it really?
It's not the Patriot Act. It's like PATRI. The whole fucking thing. Yeah.
What does all that stand for?
It stands for we're a bunch of fascist cunts and we're going to surveil you whenever we feel like
Okay.
it. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah. That's off the cuff. You're paraphrasing.
I don't know.
Fuck, man. You want to read it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob. Read aloud.
It
today.
fucking sucks.
Read aloud.
Uniting and strengthening America. That's the USA.
Sure.
By, the B isn't in there, by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism.
Oh, God. Imagine sitting in that fucking think tank all day long going, all right, it's got to be Patriot, but what do we put in there? What are the words?
Well, here's a real question for me. It's like we were talking about how much of the cock do you swallow in your first gay experience. How much of a cock was in this person's asshole when they came up with this stupid bullshit? I would say 12 to 15 inches at least.
Easily.
If not double-sided, fucking like two cocks at the same time.
Yeah, might be a double pennies type sitch there.
The problem with double penetrating an asshole is that most people's wieners bend one way or the other.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
They curve off.
They either have to be bending in the same direction or you have to have them bending outward. Because if they're bending inward, then you're making the hole even bigger.
It's like buying a rack of bananas, you know? They all got to curve together or you just can't buy them in a bunch. One of the key provisions is cash bail reform, which California has shown is super effective at allowing lunatics out of jail without bail after committing violent offenses so they can victimize more people. Chicago Morning Answer host Dan Proft noted, big name there, I like that name, it's strong, noted the crimes under which the criminals will be allowed to be charged with and released after the SAFE-T Act goes into effect. Here's some of the changes. People will be immediately released without having to pay bail. Burglary, fun.
Say it again.
Burglary. Betcha. You betcha.
Come on, man.
The Queen died today, all right? I'm going through it. The fucking Queen died, dude. Don't text me today, Dan. The fucking Queen died.
Burglary.
Whatever, dude. God save the Queen, dude. Long live the King. I'm going through it. I'm going through all the shit today. Dan, don't fucking need it. Robbery is on there. Arson on there. If you can light a house on fire, you're free. You're free to go. Kidnapping, fun. Second-degree murder, intimidation, aggravated battery, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing, eluding drug offenses, drug-induced homicide, and threatening a public official.
So just to be clear, in Illinois, as of January 1, 2023, so a couple months from now, you can kidnap somebody.
Yep.
And then second-degree murder them. I don't know what that looks like. Or you can get really high on bath salts and murder somebody, which is drug-induced homicide.
Yeah.
And then not only get out of, like, you get charged and released the same day.
Yeah.
With no bail.
No.
Right? This is basically the same as immigration, just giving people an NTA and sending them out. And about 60% of people never show up to their court appearance.
Yeah.
Right? Like a guy just committed murder, I think it was in New York, this past week, and he was out on bail, or he was out without bail for a first degree attempted murder charge from 2021.
Oh, did you not watch last night's fun? It was a blast. Bob, if you can bring up Ezekiel Kelly in Memphis, that was his name last night. He decided, after he was charged with murder, just to take his gun around the city, go live on Facebook, and then blow a bunch of people away in Memphis, and then hop on over to Arkansas. This guy, there was his mugshot. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, so this was Memphis. I thought this was in. No, I thought it was in New York.
It was in Memphis last night. And here's what I love: after killing 4 or 5 people, you go to jail, and then it's a nice smile out of you. Hey, have a good day. 19 years old. He'll be there for the rest of his life. Smile now.
Well, maybe.
Smile now. Oh, you think he's gonna get out?
Well, I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah, who knows?
They're passing these laws where fucking people can do whatever the fuck they want and get out immediately. So my guess is he'll probably be out.
The wild shit is the night before, there was another dude in Memphis who ripped a fucking woman and her child out of a Target and then killed the mom. Bob, if you can bring her up. Her last name was Fletcher.
I thought you were going to say he ripped a mom in half. Which would have, like, in that scenario,
I don't know how she died.
I feel like if you're able to rip another human being.
She was jogging.
So she was jogging.
I don't think the kid was with her. She was jogging at like 4:30 in the morning, and he actually basically kidnapped her and killed her. Like you just.
So is there? Because it's weird. So this happened in the last 2 days in Memphis. I haven't seen any hashtags for Stop White Hate. Have you guys seen any of those? Because I haven't seen one for Stop White Hate. Don't understand. Because if this was the other side right now, this would be domestic terrorism and everything else. We'd have hashtags, we would have flags and the whole thing. But nobody really gives a shit about this, because they're white people.
This goes to show that you shouldn't be running.
Jogging, yeah.
Any sort of running.
Yeah.
I've said that forever. There's no reason to run.
Yeah. Or going to AutoZone. The guy, I watched the footage last night. Homeboy just walked into AutoZone live on Facebook and just fucking blew people away in there. So
was he just operating the weapon with one hand and holding the phone?
He was, yeah. So it was a handgun, and then the other part about this, Bob, was, you can fact check this, but I believe he was charged with murder earlier in the day, and they had put like a warrant out for him. and he had gone out on a attempted murder.
The story I saw was an attempted murder, I think in April of 2021.
Correct. He was out. He got 3 years, got out after 2, and then murdered somebody else. And they were like, "Oh, we got to go grab this guy again, son of a bitch." And then he went nuts down in Memphis last night and decided to play GTA for real in the streets of Memphis.
You think he's a conehead?
And that was fucked up.
Like, is he even from Memphis, or did he just like he was getting pissed off? He listened to Walking in Memphis and was like, you know what? I'm gonna go walk in Memphis.
It's a perfect segue for this because we call this fake news for a reason. Because there's no way some of this is real, but it actually is. That woman who got killed, the headline read, "Stalking in Memphis."
Oh man.
Yeah, I swear to God,
that's
real.
You probably shouldn't make puns about murder.
I got sent the article and I was like, I gotta fucking fact check this. Sure enough, dude, stalking in Memphis is what they went with. Down
Sweet.
there.
Well, good for them.
The murderer of Liza Fletcher, he was convicted of kidnapping in 2000 and got out he did a 20-year sentence and got out in 2020.
Oh, perfect.
I understand that we have this idea of just punishment, right? Like we have an amendment to the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, that prevents cruel and unusual punishment. I wonder what the expectation is for any reasonable person. Do you honestly believe that somebody who has been convicted of kidnapping another human being or murdering another human being is just going to go on about their lives normally after they get out of prison, even if it's a 20 or 25-year sentence?
The only time it ever happened was in Shawshank with Morgan Freeman. You know, he murdered somebody at age 20 and then got out, and then I heard he was just sanding a boat.
Well, that's a movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
right.
It's not
it was
real.
based on a real story.
He also didn't kill her.
Spoilers. Oh, he didn't? No, Andy Dufresne didn't, but Morgan Freeman, Freeman did. He did that crime.
We used to kill horse thieves, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we do that?
We're all pussies, dude. It fucking sucks. It all fucking sucks right now. Like this guy last night should have been in jail forever, and they were like, nah, 2 years, you're good.
I think we should expand the death penalty to include lesser crimes.
Like what? What would you go for?
So driving under 65 in the left lane, for example.
Cyclist?
Yeah. Well, cyclists in general should all be executed immediately. And bicycles should be banned, and cyclists should be executed or sent to Mars or whatever the fuck. Those people don't belong here.
So what you're saying is you want to execute time thieves.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Time and oxygen
Nothing
thieves, yes.
grinds my gears more than a time thief. Where if you've wasted my time, holy shit.
Time is the only resource you can never make. I can make more money. If you steal my shit, I can get new shit. If you murder my whole family, just like Job, God will give me a new one.
Yeah.
But time I can't get back.
No.
So what are you doing over there? Your baby wiping up your computer?
Yeah, look again. The Queen died. I'm wiping the tears off my screen. I was in tears earlier. If you were watching the show this morning, it's a lot. I'm going through a lot right now. She meant a lot to me, and she died too young. 96 was her age. But Bob, was she 96? Okay. Fact checking that, just in case. Just in case. I didn't know she turned, since the passing, like she had a birthday maybe like right at like 4:01, and they were like, oh, she's 97. So it was a hard 96 on that one? Okay.
Her birthday is actually April 21st, which is the day after Hitler's birthday.
It's also a day after 420.
Which is Hitler's birthday.
Yeah. So was she born on Hitler's birthday?
Day after.
Oh, day after. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so after.
But a day
that
after
old saying,
and like 25 years after as well. I think. Well, no, probably more than that. Probably 20. I think it was born in 1890 something.
Yeah. We all know the saying: "Through the dark, you'll see the light." Right? Something like that. Something really, really profound like that. And she was a real shot of life, Queen Elizabeth II.
I guess in summation here, if you live in Illinois, it's probably time to fucking leave. Right?
I would normally say that, but this is going on in every single state right now.
It's not going on in Texas.
Not yet.
It's the bail reform shit won't make it here.
If Beto gets in, we're all fucked. But you're starting to go from state to state now where you're like, shit, are they going to fuck this up too? Well,
that's the entire point of federalism. States have the right to do whatever the fuck they want inside their state, and you've got the right to fucking walk out of there.
But don't you feel like the United States is becoming like the floor is lava, where you're like, oh shit, now I got to go to this fucking thing. All right, where's the next one? All right, who's left? And I feel like we'll all just end up in Florida one day.
Well, the only way to combat a situation like that is to become immune to lava, right? There's a lot of ways to do that. Learn to grow food, right?
You can't. I don't think you can grow food in lava.
Not in lava. 'Cause this is a metaphor, Ross. Try to keep up.
No. I'm talking about real fucking lava.
Yeah, well, there isn't real lava.
There is. There's volcanoes everywhere.
No, name one.
Everybody. Jesse, who is your aunt that died in that lava thing? She got too close to the volcano in Hawaii. She got lava all over her body, and it melted her legs off first, and then her torso and all that stuff.
This never happened.
Yeah, it did.
No.
Yep. Wanalea, is that it? She's off screen. Nobody can hear. She's saying Wanalea, and Wanalea. That's it. Yep. The lava accident. She's fucking all burned up and dead.
There's no lava.
R.I.P. But that's kind of what it feels like, just rolling around in all these states now, where you're like, all right, who's going to get elected? Well, we're all fucked. And I think both sides probably feel like that, which is why we need to just go ahead and just divide it. Divide it down the middle.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be nice to figure out some way to divide geographically, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Wouldn't you just go down the middle? Because it would be too racist to do north and south again.
I don't know. I want to do it like a smiley face, right?
Okay.
So, the liberty-minded folks get the mouth and the eyeballs.
Okay. I'm trying to toss this over here. Man, they're already there on the left side. I think you should just leave it. The West is the West. The East is the East. And then maybe make some libertarian place, like Louisiana or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Go back to the purchase.
Maybe.
Repurchase it.
Well, we bought it from France.
We'll call them up. I mean, they're not doing anything right now. We'll repurchase it again. And then just give that to them and then kind of figure it out from there. Because we don't want to look racist. You can't go north and south.
Well, and think about this. Think about how amazing California as a state is.
I know.
Like the geography and the beaches and all that stuff.
Weather.
And the weather and how nobody wants to fucking go there anymore because those people are such cunts.
I know.
So, we're willing to give up a lot to not have to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah.
I feel like we can... and the other part of that is if we just leave them to their own devices long enough, they will destroy themselves.
I think so. I feel pretty good about it.
Well, either that or they'll try to come take our stuff and then we'll destroy them.
Yeah.
Which will be nice for me.
Yeah. I saw posted a Tesla driving down the street with a generator on the back of it.
I saw that, yeah.
That was in California.
That's peak retard right there. You've got to be so fucking stupid to do that. Honestly, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The Green New
Deal.
But
it's not even, that is no dumber than just the idea that people have that electric cars are green in the first place. It's still natural gas being burned for you to plug your fucking shit in there. Yeah. It's not a magical energy fairy that you're getting electricity from, you stupid bastard.
It's the AOC fairy, and she comes at night when you're sleeping and just tink, charges your car, and then flies back to Brooklyn. Goes right behind that bar again. Next up, Dan was right. Hate to say it, but he was. We've been speaking at length for some time now on this program about the coordinated effort to attack Donald John Trump for some time now. We speculated that it was simply, boom, who put that up there? That's a fun sound. Right after Donald John Trump. Is that the first time I said his middle name? He gave me a fun, flirty
No, I think that was just an email.
Oh, was it? Is it from Donald John Trump?
No, it's just Outlook.
Okay. We've speculated that it was simply the aristocracy protecting itself from an outsider, that the left is making a power play towards authoritarianisms, and all of those things. Both of these ideas are very, very clearly true. The Queen has passed away, Dan. I cannot say words today, and I shouldn't be expected to.
Well, let me take over then.
Please do. Let Jesus take the wheel.
Why don't you take a nap or something?
Yeah. The Queen is dead.
So both of those things, the aristocracy protecting itself and the left being authoritarianism or being authoritarian, those are both true. But we always thought it was something more. It had to be something more than that, right? It can't just be general malice because they are going after this dude harder than I've ever seen anybody go after anybody else. It's so fucking weird. So our presumption was that they're trying to make sure he can't run again in 24 because they know he's going to win. At present, Trump is widely presumed to be the front runner for the Republican nomination in 24.
Yeah.
And if you look at the polling, he's ahead of any Democratic challenger in any serious poll. And I think that a lot of I've been seeing people post about it a lot. I saw Obama's former campaign manager Axelrod talking about it, and a couple other people. They're super worried that Merrick Garland's not going to charge Trump with some kind of crime here, right? So some of the efforts to block his return are now taking place in states where nonprofit organizations are running this shit. So there's an organization called Free Speech for People, which is probably...
So that sounds made up.
Probably on the level, right? And then there's another group called Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, which is like Citizens for Cleaner Garbage.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck the point of that is.
That seems made up, too.
They've been filing lawsuits against lawmakers who were involved in the whole January 6th thing for a while now. And they're the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington President Noah Bookbinder, which is just
That's a real name? Bookbinder?
This all sounds made up, but he said his group was taking a, quote, hard look at how to pursue challenges against the former president. Quote, there's a tremendous body of evidence about Donald Trump's role in the efforts to overturn the election, including the attack of January 6th. It seems like there's a serious case to be made that it could have application to DJT. All this talk about subverting the will of the American people, here's the point of this. The guy actually said it. The president of this foundation said that they were looking for a way to charge him with a crime like insurrectionist or something like that, so he would be prohibited from running again. Mm-hmm. That was the point of all of this all along.
Yeah.
It wasn't about democracy or justice or any of that shit. It's just that they're afraid of this guy, which is the fucking weakest bullshit I've ever heard in my life.
I think it'll be awesome if he runs again and wins.
I didn't want him to before, but I kind of do now.
I know. It'd be so much fun, though.
Just to say, fuck them. All this talk about subverting the will of the American people that they've been talking about, the left has been talking about. Here, once again, we see the left in America doing just that. By the way, it is up to the American people, not courts, not politicians, not nonprofits, not companies, the American people, right, to decide who they want as their fucking president.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck about any of this shit.
I would like to see him win. I want to see him put a statue of himself in front of the Capitol building.
With his hog out,
on
preferably.
January 6th. And I think that would be a nice unveiling for everyone. It'd be a fun time, and I want to see Trump do this now. I'm rooting for him now, and I think a lot of people are Republican-wise behind the scene where they're like, man, you just can't keep fucking with the same person for no reason.
Yeah.
If I'm him, I announce the second midterms are over, because then if you're trying to make these charges stick at that point, then you're going after a person who is genuinely running for president of the United States, and you can say, fuck you, this is a political hit piece now because I'm running for president, and I've announced it. And I think that announcement is probably going to happen in November. I'm being real, by the way.
Maybe. He may wait until January, but we'll see. It would be funny if he did it on
What
January 6th.
day in January?
I think it would be hilarious if he did that.
You beat me to it. Damn you.
But this is all extremely bizarre that all these people involved are just saying out loud the fucked up anti-American shit they're doing now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like Biden calling half of the country a threat, calling them extremists, saying that they're fucking semi-fascist, whatever the fuck that is. I think it's like a semi-hard-on, which is like...
You're chubbed up.
Everybody knows what that is.
You can't insert it.
But it's very alarming to me that over the past 2.5 years or so, all of these leftist cunts are just saying all this shit out loud. Like, they're just saying it. And typically, people try to hide when they're trying to, push authoritarianism, and they're just doing it out in the open, which means they don't have any fear from any of the governmental agencies that are in charge of stopping shit like that from happening.
Well, why would you?
Well, they don't have to because the FBI and so on.
All of them are in the pocket. So who do you Who do you go after at that point?
Well, it would be a big mistake to come after me. I'll say that.
But even this Trump thing, right? What did he have, Bob? Was it called a special master? Is that what he asked for? Which, I mean, it sounds super racist, but even in this one hearing that's going on now for the leaked nuke codes or whatever it is.
It's a special master ruling.
A special master. Is it a white person, Bob? Because then we've got some problems there. Okay. What is a special master exactly? I saw it trending of a special master, and I immediately thought of Armie Hammer. But then my next thought went to, wait a minute, this might be a real job that you could sign up for in America. What does a special master do? Do we know?
A special master is a subordinate official appointed by a judge to ensure judicial orders are followed. Or in the alternative, to hear evidence on behalf of the judge and make recommendations to the judge as to the disposition of the matter.
Oh, boy.
So whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means.
It's just like a fucking objectivity check on the judge, like a check and balance situation.
Sure. Now,
a referee for the trial.
Okay. And then now they're bitching that this special master was one of Trump's appointees or something like that for judge. And they're like, we're not going to get any fair treatment from the special master now.
Okay, so the attorney general that's pushing all these bullshit charges is a Biden nominee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a guy that was rejected by Trump. So does that play into it at all? Can Trump request that the attorney general of the United States recuse himself? Right? Shut the fuck up, man. God damn it.
It's crazy, right? I mean, it's absolutely fucking crazy. And we all know Merrick Garland is pissed because that was going to be Obama's pick for the Supreme Court.
Oh, yeah.
And now Biden did this. And Biden's like, hey, if you really want to get your rocks off, why don't you go after Trump now? You can really do it. You'll have to get a special master. Mm-hmm. So now all of us have to go through this bullshit, which makes me root for him even harder.
They have a woman, right? That's a Trump appointee that's going to be in this position.
Yeah, the special master.
I think they should have gotten like Stone Cold Steve Austin or somebody like that.
That'd be great.
Because he tells it like it is.
Sure does.
He doesn't really know anything about jurisprudence or anything, but if something seems fishy, he's going to smack two Coors Lights together and figure out what's going on.
Goddamn right. He'll cite Section 316 on that ass, you know? If you're going to lay the smack down, you might as well do it in a ghost bed from ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Perfect place to fucking choke slam a loved one into the bed for a playful evening. Not, you're not murdering anybody. You don't live in a democratic city. You live in a Republican city. It's just some playful light choking in a ghost bed. And they love when we read ads like this. So if you're out there and you want to Stone Cold Steve Austin your Tinder date tonight, do it in style, brother. Go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros. And then obviously the mattress is it's going to be hard for me to say. Queen size. Oh, fuck. We lost her. Or you can get a king size. Long live the king. Long live the king at Ghostbed today. This is their day today. All right. I'm sorry. I can't control it. We have a mattress title sponsor on the show. It comes in queen and king. There is nothing I can do about that, but I can tell you that you need that goddamn thing. I'm sure she laid down on some of those ghost pillows before she went to the spirit in the sky today, and she did it in comfort. All right. You should too. Keep them at the house. You get 30% off with the promo code Drinkin' Bros at checkout. Put pillows in there, sheets, the adjustable base, the weighted blankets. If you're trying to weight down a body, whatever you're doing out there, do it through GhostBed. Bottom of the screen, you're going to see a 60-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest if you have decent credits, and you can use all the deals that I just mentioned above. With that deal, go nuts. Get a brand new bedroom set for about $20-25 a month at ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Next up, What's new with the iPhone?
Well, we're gonna have to bring Giorgio in for
Giorgio, this is the segment you were born for.
So the Apple dropped. They had their little fucking thing yesterday or whatever the fuck.
I didn't watch it. Did you watch it, Giorgio?
There's four.
I'm kidding. You've watched it 5 times.
There's 4 new models, right? They're not new. It's the same shit as last year, basically. But it's like 2. It's a Pro and Pro Max, and then 2 for poor people.
How much are the poor people phones?
Well, we'll get to that. All the phones are priced as the same as the current ones, but we'll get to that in a minute.
No shit.
That I guess we can do that now. That's probably the most interesting thing about this release, in my opinion, is that all the phones are priced the same as the old ones were. Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
I do, because it's the same fucking phone.
Well, that might be it, yeah. But so they unveiled 4 new models. They range in price from $799 to $1,099 for the Pro Max. And then obviously, depending on how much storage space you have, it might increase from there.
Yeah.
For any of those. iPhone 14 is, Steve Jobs' daughter said it's just the same stupid pull as last time.
Yeah, she pull her up. She's got a meme of it where she put something on her Facebook. She's acting like he's not dead, though, which is weird to me. We all know he's a hologram right now, and he's running the show, so it's kind of a nice fuck you to your dad, I guess. Giorgio, what's different about these goddamn things? What do we care?
Okay, so the difference is what happens. Limited models. You got rid of the iPhone Mini. Didn't sell well. People didn't really like that model.
They also limited the colors on the poor people phones.
Oh, they did?
But only,
Like,
I think
you
it's
have
only
like
2
5
colors.
Like, you never see your color because you put a case on it immediately. It's one of
Not
the
poor
downfalls of
people.
Oh, no, they do.
It's too expensive for poor people.
No.
No, they can't afford to get their phone fixed, so they OtterBox that thing immediately.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
And I use a one that is resistant to the elements as well, right?
You do?
Yeah.
No shit.
I just in case it finds its way inside somebody.
Oh, got it.
Which
My
is always
dad ran over his with a car.
I've got a Drinkin' Bros one. Shout out
I don't know about
Sarah
that.
Heller. I've got a Drinkin' Bros one.
Yes, it doesn't matter. The color doesn't matter.
No, I don't see color.
That's what Michael Jackson said too.
Sure did.
Exactly. So
Right
it doesn't
before
matter.
he fucked those kids.
R.I.P.
Well, the real difference is you have new chips, new processors. Those have been harder to make. All of you know that. The new Pro models get the new A16 chip.
Okay.
The chip that was in the Pro models from last year is getting handed down to the regular models.
Yeah, but they say they improved the A15 Bionic, which is the old chip, to make it 18% faster than before. I don't know where they got 18% faster, but
You're looking at, electrical engineering terms at that point. Like
It's the Kenyan model.
What kind of real world performance are you going to see?
18% faster.
It's more about how you use your phone, how you keep your phone is really going to see your performance boosts. There is a new camera, a higher megapixel camera with
12
a bigger
megapixel, yeah.
sensor. So that's what's really important is the photo sites are bigger.
So what is that going to do to the actual picture?
It's going to make it look better.
yeah, and it also has a much faster aperture on the camera. So that means that this blur core that Rob was talking about yesterday is
yeah.
kind of like the kids are going to have to actually try to take blurry photos.
Well, you got to run away.
Technically, well, no, because the blur core is what called a slow shutter speed because of low light photography. So that means it has to stay really still to be able to see in the dark. Layman's terms. Now it has 4 pixels that can all look in the dark at the same time. A little bit more image processing on board. You'll have better pictures when you go out to dinner.
There's also a new stabilization mode that they're calling action mode. And this is primarily, I assume, for filming TikTok videos and pornography.
Yeah.
No, it's for those people who take their phone to the beach and are like waving it around the water and throwing it in the sand. Basically, the more pixels you have, the more oversampling you can do. So to keep the same resolution in video, you have much more space.
So
what
it's
that
not-
is that moves it around digitally.
It's the Michael J. Fox mode. It'll keep you from shaking, right?
Exactly.
Well,
It's like-
it
it's
doesn't
like
keep you from shaking. It just keeps the picture
Well,
from
the
looking,
image
yeah.
will look nice, yeah.
right, because it
And
only
that's a
needs to
nice
use
thing.
the center part of that sensor, and then it can move around.
Yeah.
Well, I
to
guess if
remove-
you're moving around, let's say in Memphis, right?
Walking in Memphis.
Let's say you were walking in Memphis and you only had one hand available for the camera, so you couldn't keep it steady. This is going to help out. I can't imagine why that would be the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay with me, guys. Like, focus.
No, I'm here. I'm in it.
You are a brand new cuck. Your wife is meeting up with her bull for the first time.
All right.
You're nervous, you're excited, you're shaking, but you really want to capture that moment.
Yeah, so I'm watching my wife get fucked,
Right,
and
well,
then
first,
I've got my phone.
It's the meeting.
All right, and so
Yeah, you don't wanna-
I'm nervous like this. I'm shaking. You're telling me that this is going to focus in and get that money shot.
Stable. So then when you're looking back at that later and you're kind of like beating off to it because that's all you can do because your wife is basically with her new bull the whole time.
Sure.
That's going to look good.
The front-facing camera is also now 12 megapixel. Has a 12 megapixel sensor, which means that if you're filming the moment of initial penetration when the bull is fucking your wife, and you flip the camera around really fast, you're going to get that same good look.
Damn.
Same type of quality?
Face tracking now with the front-facing camera, so that means you're going to be in focus for your reaction of watching your wife get penetrated for the first time.
Bad
Gotcha.
news for Blurcore.
Yeah, bad
That's-
news
I'm
for,
telling you,
for
Blurcore's over,
It's
man.
over, man. That was a nice run for them.
It was one day.
But yeah, so when the bull pulls out, blasts all over her face, chest, arms, and legs.
Yes.
And then I flip it around, and for my reaction, same quality is what you're saying.
Same quality.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, man. I'm gonna have to get it now.
You can also record that in slow-mo if you want to see that, little cream pie come out.
Wow, now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking.
What about the audio on that? Because you want to hear
Yeah, I
the
wanna-
little gurgle of the cum coming out
Sure
of her.
do. You want to hear that?
So if you're going to do that, I recommend getting the new AirPods Pro 2
No.
as
Oh,
well with
no.
it.
Beautiful.
Make your wife wear those
Yep.
No.
while you're recording. It's going to use the microphones.
And those are Bluetooth.
We use
Yeah.
Raycon here.
Yeah, we sure
No
do.
AirPods.
We
AirPods
sure do.
suck.
Yeah, not a big fan of AirPods on the show, but it's not. It's nice that there's a Bluetooth option, so that way I can hear her
Really
getting
stable, connection.
numbed out
Here's-
in the headphones that I prefer.
And we're not huge fans. Like Apple makes, I think they make the best computers. And
Yeah.
I am aware that this phone is not as good as Samsung's phone. I know that for sure.
Picture-wise?
Nope.
Oh, all the way around.
Nothing about this is as good. Nothing about an Apple phone is better than any Samsung phone.
Okay.
That's commensurate in the same generation. But if I see green text, I assume you're poor.
Yep.
And I don't want to fucking talk to
And
you.
I move on. Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
all. It doesn't matter to me that it's better or worse. I don't care.
Better is relative.
Yeah.
What is better?
What is better? You know, what is better?
Better is not being a poor with green text.
Sure is. Sure the fuck is.
So-
And if you're out there and you've got a friend who green texts you, call him a poor and get him one of these poor. If he's that poor, get him the phone that's only $799. Because that's the poor people phone, right?
No. The iPhone SE is the poor person phone.
How much is that one?
Probably like $400.
Yeah, right now you
Oh.
could probably get that for nothing.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
they,
right.
they keep a model around for, immigrants and such.
Oh, do they?
Well, track them.
Yeah, over the right over the border.
Yeah, with the phone.
Okay.
You get released and you get a free iPhone.
It's a catch and release type thing.
Yeah, it's
right.
great.
All right.
Get them in the system early.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, right? You got to. Now my whole view has changed on this Apple event, Giorgio. I appreciate that insight because I wasn't going to get one before. Now I am.
Make sure you also pick up that new Apple Watch Ultra for, climbers, desert runners, and scuba divers.
Yeah.
And also it has
ultramarathons.
the functionality that I mentioned before, which is it attaches to my strangulation device to make sure you don't die.
Is there going to be an app for Stranglebait?
There's no app. It just
Well, I want to register.
It does track your menstrual cycle now.
Shut the fuck up. Is that right?
What if you're a dude?
Well, yeah. What if you are a dude?
Again, it tracks your menstrual cycle now.
Men can have babies now. There's a fucking emoji for it.
You know,
Again, I
Giorgio?
don't see gender.
You know what's really funny? Only 25% of Democrats believe that. There's a poll just got released on Monday. Only 25% of that side even believes that stupid shit.
That men can get pregnant.
Yep. That's how small that fucking group of people that you think is like everybody. No, it's just like a little bit.
Yeah, but there's emojis
like-
that say differently.
It's like a tenth of the country.
if emoji exists, then it's real, and you can
do
do
not
it.
take away my food baby emoji. I love that, and that's how I see it, and that's how I identify that emoji.
So is it prayer hands or is it two people high-fiving then?
Prayer hands being a thank you for something.
That's what I say. But everybody else is saying it's high-fiving.
It's not high.
Nobody's ever said high five.
Everyone is
No,
saying
because
high-five.
nobody's high fived outside of a sports field in like 90 years.
Well,
I high five people I don't want to shake hands with.
Why?
Really?
You still got to touch them.
it's just like I don't want to be there long, so I give them one of these and then kind of get away. Sometimes it's an elbow or,
I wear a wooden handout a lot of times. And I chub it up, dude. And then I'll just kind of gingerly shake their hand with
Before
it.
or after it went out the window.
Just nut tap.
Before, give a nice little nut tap to your friend, That's fun.
Can we bring that back? I haven't done that since high school.
We can do it now, brother.
Austin C brings up a good point. Will Hope Solo's new nudes be more clear with his new phone? The answer is yes.
Prayer hands.
Right? So
Prayer
it's
hands,
the next fappening is going to be a much higher quality fappening.
I can't wait. Because she's out of prison now. And I need to see that B-hole on the new iPhone.
Did she actually
You're out there, Hope.
Did she go to prison?
Yeah, she went to prison. She's back, and she's actually got a podcast. No lie, we've been tagged in it a million times, and they're like, "Hey, any chance you guys are going to do a crossover episode?" I'm like,
not if they have a good production team, because they will have looked back at all the episodes and the weird.
I guarantee
shit
they
done.
don't, and we could get her on.
Yeah.
"Oh fuck, how great would that be if Hope Solo came on the show?" Man, I would be nervous.
We ask her to sign a big fucking 5-foot printout of her butthole.
the big turd cutter. That would be amazing.
I guarantee I could write a couple paragraphs for Ari to send that would make believe that we're really big Hope Solo fans.
Let's not do that.
I am. I am a Hope Solo fan. I'm not ashamed to say it. Okay. I say it with pride. Every time she was playing for the U.S. women's team, I bet on her. On mybookie.com, promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles your deposits all the way up to $1,000. Tonight's the night. The NFL is back. Ladies, you just lost your mans. They're gone tonight. Go ahead and fucking scratch off 4.5 hours tonight, because usually the opening night game, a lot of bullshit, a lot of fanfare. They'll probably wheel out some old fucking hip-hop artist from L.A. Who's your guest tonight? Who's coming out in L.A. tonight? I'm going to say it's Warren G. I think Warren G will be in the building tonight. That's just my guess. It's in L.A.
I thought he was
Rams
dead.
versus Bills. He's alive. The other one died.
Nate Dogg?
Yeah, Nate Dogg's dead.
R.I.P. Nate Dogg.
Yeah, R.I.P. He had to regulate, unfortunately. But on mybookie.com, promo code Drinkin' Bros, you can bet on all the action. Get in on it. I got $500 on the Bills minus 2.5 tonight. I got the Bills winning the Super Bowl. So I'm all in on that. I've also got a teaser for another $500, teasing that down 6, giving the Bills plus 4.5 tonight. And then also teasing that under down to 46. Let's go. You can bet with me or against me, and I don't care. Do you want to lose money? Throw it out the window. Do whatever you want, but go to mybookie.com, use the promo code Drinkin' Bros, and double your deposit, brother. Put it 100, you're going to get 100 back. Put in 1,000, you're going to get 1,000 back. You know the drill. They stop at 1,000, though. I tried to put like 10K, and they were like, no, don't do that. Don't do it. Fun night tonight. College football's on all weekend. Lots of gambling. We cleaned house last weekend, so hopefully we will continue the streak. Go to mybookie.com, promo code Drinkin' Bros, doubles your deposit. Next up, we about to flatten that energy curve, dog?
I'm not sure what that means.
Me neither. I heard it.
Yeah.
I saw a headline about it, and I thought, man, that sounds like the COVID theme.
Well, the EU commissioner, or whatever the fuck this stupid shit is, Ursula von der Leyen, she's a German centrist.
Big fan of her work.
That's how she's being referred to.
Okay.
She's part of the Christian Democratic Union Party. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, that's big over there.
I just assume anybody from Germany is Hitler.
Same.
She made the following announcement during a press conference earlier in the week. Mm-hmm. We see there's a global scarcity of energy. That's not true.
No.
That's simply not true. There's enough oil for the next 2,000 fucking years.
Yeah.
There's enough natural gas for the next 2,000 years. I would love to hear Alex Epstein talk about this. So she says, we see there's a global scarcity of energy. I got to stop here. Germany had, 15 years ago, they had 5 nuclear power plants, right, that provided most of their energy. They shut down all but 2 of them as of 2021. And then in 21 and 22, their plan is to shut down the other 2. They are completely dependent on Russian natural gas and oil. They did that. And if you recall, in 2018, Trump went over to the EU and said, hey, if you guys don't get this situation figured out, if you keep getting rid of fossil fuels for this renewable energy that's not ready yet, you're going to be on Russia's tit.
He said that at
and they
dinner.
laughed at him.
Yes,
they
at
fucking
the dinner. There's
laughed at
video
him.
of it, by the way. There's video of it.
So I just want to point that out. Anyways, this stupid bitch said where there's a global scarcity of energy, so whatever we do, one thing is for sure, we have to save electricity, but we have to save it in a smart way. So what we have to do is flatten the curve and avoid the peak demands. Flatten the curve. Why the fuck would they use that same language that they used for COVID? You know what I mean? This is all fucking, like, this woman did not have this original thought.
No.
Somebody from the WEF called her because the same shit is going on in California with Newsom right now.
Yep.
Anyways, our buddy, former CIA officer Buck Sexton, said that this is proof that the global left's COVID-19 lockdown orders were a test run for government control, and I agree with him. Von der Leyen promised to propose a, quote, mandatory target, end quote, for EU countries to reduce peak electricity consumption as the continent's reliance on Russian gas imploded with Russian President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine. So they're going to propose a mandatory target, right? Which is to say the government is going to limit the amount of energy you're allowed to use in Europe now.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
They want to own every person.
And they want you
Earth.
and they want you to drive an electric car.
Yeah.
Where they're now going to be able to tell you how much electricity you can put into the goddamn thing.
Or they'll just shut it off.
Like, fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
Europe is fucked.
So this is going down, but this also goes back to what we were talking about with the word nuclear the other day. When you're trying to make a point or a splashy headline now, there's a few keywords and phrases that you use that will get everybody's attention. I guarantee you with this flatten the curve bullshit, they were like, fuck, how do we make this sound as dire as possible? Remember that? What was the COVID one? What was the COVID catchphrase? Flatten the curve.
Yeah. But then the phrase, if you recall, was 2 weeks to flatten the curve, which turned into 2 years.
Sure did.
So maybe that should, give people some pause.
No, but I think that's exactly why they used it. Because now that you've heard it, now that you're used to it, now they're going to give you 2 years. That gives them a 2-year leeway. Whereas before, you would have been like, maybe it's just a couple days, right? We'll flatten this. No, that means 2 years now, and that speak. And then that 2 years will become 5, and then 10.
No, it'll become permanent.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Eventually, it will become permanent, and they fucking own you.
Well, if you're in the UK, you should be really on alert right now with Truss and to see how this whole Brexit thing continues, because I expect more countries to now try to leave the European Union. You know what I mean? Like this is, I can't imagine if you see the leader of one of the newer or prospect EU countries going after this shit. That is like fucking full on globalist WEF bullshit. And by the way, it's not just Europe. California governor, as we mentioned, fuckface McGee over here, is doing exactly the same thing. He's putting out shit on Twitter like telling people during record heat waves in California to keep their thermostat set at 78 degrees. Fuck you, dude. I'm going to fucking make it so cold that I have to build a fire inside of my own house. Suck my fucking dick, you piece of shit.
I'd like to go into Gavin Newsom's house and see what his thermostat is.
It's not 78.
No, it's a crisp, cool 64, I bet. Got to keep the Botox in place.
And if you want to, Bob, you can pull up that Twitter link and play this woman's speech if you want. She looks like something out of a dystopian fucking movie.
Does she really?
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of trust, you think she killed the queen? They just met 48 hours ago.
No, I think it's her son probably did.
Yeah, probably. He was
like
getting old.
It's like, dude, when's it gonna be my time?
Here we go, Bob. Is this her? Oh, that's creepy. All right.
Yeah, she's like Hillary Clinton, but actually wins elections.
Yeah, that's wild. Go ahead and play this, Bob. Let's see her fun, flirty face.
This is what is expensive, because in these peak demands, the expensive gas comes into the market. So what we have to do is flatten the curve and avoid the peak demands. We will propose a mandatory target for reducing electricity use at peak hours. and we will work very closely with the member states to achieve this.
All right, so now that this is over, how do you, just hearing her speak, because I only read the text, how do you stop that? Like, do you put like a limit on people's houses? How do you go about doing that?
Well, so it used to be that the electrical company would have to come to your house to turn it off and on, right?
Yes.
Is that the case now?
And that's what I'm wondering.
No, it's not. They do it from a switchboard on a computer system. So the government has, even right now in America, the government has all the capability they need to fucking make a law that mandates maximum use of electricity during certain times, and they can turn your shit off whenever the fuck they want.
Yeah, because here's why I bring it up. I remember, was it Logan Paul or Jake Paul during the pandemic? You weren't allowed to have parties in LA, and if you did, they were going to come and turn off your electricity.
Well, they just did it in Colorado last week.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, there was they were having rolling blackouts and stuff, and then people were trying to switch their thermostats, and a message popped up on it and said, you can't do it right now, basically.
No fucking way.
Yeah, Bob, maybe you can find the message there. I don't remember exactly what it said.
So is there somebody just sitting there at the computer screen and then looking at the houses and being like, all right, if you live on, 1119 Martin Road, you're fucking using too much juice and we got to shut you down. That's how that's going to work?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it's not great. No.
Like on a very smaller scale, my old neighborhood that I used to live in, the whole neighborhood shared like propane, right? And one of the first questions I had for the realtor when I moved in initially was, well, how do you figure out the bill then if the whole neighborhood's sharing it? And they were like, well, there's a meter on the side of your house and somebody comes out to check it once a month. And the first time I almost fucking shot the guy because he didn't say who he was. He just came in and went through the gate. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, I'm the propane guy, whatever, just trying to figure out your bill. If that's what it's going to be like and you know which house uses the most electricity, whew, boy, that's going to create a shit ton of problems. Because not only that, but then the neighbors will turn against you, right? Let's say some are more liberal than others, and it's going to be like Bill and Mary over there using up all the goddamn electricity.
Well, people are already doing it here in Texas even with some of the water rules that go on during the summer here. Mm-hmm. There's a tip line that you can call to turn in your neighbor for using too much water.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
We're all doomed.
So I just like...
they shame celebrities, right?
Yeah, well.
So I think it was 3 days ago, they said because the water, there's a drought in California also.
There's been a drought in California since California fucking existed.
Yeah, forever.
There's no natural water there.
Forever. And so they released the top 10 celebrities who have used the most water who are going to get fined.
You know what they should do is release the top 10 politicians who fly their private planes to these fucking climate summits. That'd be dope. I'd love to have that information. Oh, what? No, you can look that up on the internet.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I believe somebody did the calculation the other day. The last climate summit, they used more energy, or they created more carbon emissions just for that one trip than 1,000 people will in their entire lifetime.
Yeah.
So that's dope.
That's sweet, isn't it? Yeah. By the way, Kevin Hart was number 1, and I think a Kardashian was number 2.
I think that's right. I've also got Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
No shit.
Using 1,400% more water than was budgeted for them.
Wow. And they've got a trans kid, right?
Well, just like charge
Damn
them.
It.
If I use more water, just charge me more. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll pay for it, but I'm not going to not have things because
you want everybody to treat your child, a certain way, but you won't treat the environment a certain way.
Oh, I'm against the environment, actually.
I'm anti-environment.
Yeah, I've been against it for years.
Same.
I don't like it.
Nope.
I don't like being told what to do.
Recycling's for poor people.
Yeah. I mean, it all makes us look bad, I think.
Yeah.
Stallone also used 230,000 extra gallons of water, although he said it was for the 500 trees on his property.
And what, I'm sorry, in what time period?
Let me see.
That's got to be
a month?
That's got to be a year,
I hope it's
right?
a month. That'd be awesome.
230.
He's got a fucking huge pool.
May and June, 2 months.
But hey, no lie. So Adele just bought his house. Pull up the size of his fucking pool. I mean, It
So that
puts
mean-
the Olympics to shame.
That means every 3 months, basically, he can fill an Olympic swimming pool.
Yeah, he needs to. Sly.
Holy shit.
Pull this pool up, dude. It's impressive. Look at this goddamn thing. Wow, dude. And that's so if you look on this is no lie. That's the Rocky statue at the end of it. So he's doing laps in this pool and then touching his own statue. Talk about pulling your dick out at your own house, man. Sly. Hey, Sly. By the way, Adele kept all that shit. She kept all the memorabilia. I don't know if she's a huge Rocky fan, but I think that's pretty dope. But I don't like Sly don't care, right?
Why would he?
Yeah,
and who's going to do something to him?
I remember when I was there, who was the top of the list? It was Tom Selleck when I was there. And Tom Selleck was just like, fuck you guys, I'm rich and I'm paying. It was a $100,000 fine per month. And he goes, I don't give a fuck, I'm rich and I want to have a nice yard. And he goes, I worked my ass off to be rich and I want a nice yard. I don't want a dead yard. So here's $100,000, shut the fuck up. And I love that about Selleck.
Yeah.
Almost as much as his mustache.
Well, that's where the most of the water goes.
Sure is. I've got a signed picture of Tom Selleck over there. That's how much I love that fucking guy. Big fan. Not a big fan of Blue Bloods. It's just not my jam. You know, not my jam.
It's a little campy.
It's an older person's show.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all there is. We got some new merch in the Drinkin Bros store. Well, you and I have are we wearing matching hats today? I'm wearing a white one. I'm wearing a white one.
That's racist. But yeah.
Well, we did it to prove that we're killing racism through our hats. So if you go to drinkinbros.com, click on the store. We've got fun new hats. This is leather. This is a nice leather patch.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple of new leather hats out there. But
Sure do.
I recommend, the abolish the ATF and defund the FBI designs.
Those
my
are selling like hotcakes.
And if you're a Florida man, you can get the Florida man stuff too. It's kind of the same design as Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And then, of course, backed by popular demand is the Fuck Park design. And we also have some citizen stuff. So we have all the principles on shirts, sweaters, hoodies, things like that.
Yeah. So go to drinkinbros.com, click on the store, peruse and buy. Beauty of it is all the proceeds go to us. So that helps out a lot. Helps keep the lights on in this goddamn place. And let's face it, if they come after us electricity-wise, we're screwed.
Oh, by the way, this hat's not in the store. This is the September Bro Box. So if you want this hat, you have 9 days to buy the Bro Box.
9 days. 9 days, Bueller. 9 days. Next up, did a Vegas politician murder a reporter? This story fucking rocks, by the way. I've been following this, and it keeps getting more and more bizarre. Clark County Public Administrator Robert Tellis was arrested on suspicion of murder Wednesday evening in the fatal stabbing of Las Vegas Review-Journal reporter Jeff German, whose investigation of the politician contributed to his primary election loss in June. The stunning development came a day after Las Vegas police asked public's help in identifying a suspect in the case. Now, Bob, I don't know if you can pull this up, but there was actually a video of him walking in his garage that I saw, and reporters were outside. There it is, right there. Boom. Look at Bob. Fuck you, Bob. You've been great today. And I mean that in a positive way, you know? When I say...
I took it positively.
Okay, when I say fuck you, Bob, I mean fuck you, Bob, you old SOB. Yeah, play this footage. So this was because I've been tracking this story. This was the footage I saw from the local news. You want to talk about not giving a shit? Go ahead. Press play on this.
Can you comment?
This murder? Did you do this?
Tell us anything?
Why did police tow away your vehicle?
Do you have a comment?
Why is he wearing a painter's suit?
That's what I can't figure out. That's exactly what I was thinking when I saw this on the news.
It looks like there's a bunch of sheetrock and shit in his garage. Maybe he's doing some repairs. Maybe he's hiding shit in the walls of his home.
I think he used it for the body and shit, right?
Well, leave it to a white woman to just in broad daylight approach a guy who's suspected of stabbing somebody.
A murderer. Do you believe that shit too? I mean, she just got right in there with the microphone. She was like, hey.
This obsession that white women in America have with fucking murder and serial killers is what's called in biology a maladaptive trait, meaning it's one that's going to stop your DNA from making its way down the line of human history.
Yeah.
You got to stop.
You got to stop.
But
Stop
anyways,
with the
this
murders.
is super interesting. So early morning search of Tella's home on Wednesday provided the first indication that the Friday killing might be related to Germans or Herman's work exposing public wrongdoing, because they were at Herman's house searching as well. The investigative reporter was pursuing a potential follow-up story about Tella's in the weeks before he was killed.
Yep.
And it was about corruption and who the fuck else knows. It's Vegas, right?
Right.
Who the fuck knows what's going on there? I do find it interesting, though, in a state like Nevada, where it's relatively easy to get a gun, that he decided to stab the guy. That makes me think that he just went over there, or wherever they were, went to the dude's house, planning on trying to intimidate or pay him off or something. The guy said no, and then he fucking grabbed something and stabbed him. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you brought that up. So there was, because I was like, it's Vegas. There's security cam footage everywhere.
But there's also guns everywhere.
Totally, right? So I was like, what was he trying to do here? And if you look at the security cam footage, he was wearing like a bright orange sweatshirt and then like a giant straw hat.
I mean, did you see his face?
I didn't see his face. I only saw him from behind, from the white woman.
The giant straw hat worked then. Like, it might look
at
silly,
you.
but
Yeah, look at you. I would have gone with a face mask, though. Like, you can get away with the COVID mask now for a lot of shit.
I feel like a luchador mask is pretty safe, because people are not afraid of luchadors. And also, if you just saw it, like if somebody walked in here right now wearing a luchador mask, my first reaction would be to laugh.
Right, and then,
There wouldn't be fear or anything like that, or suspicion. And if I just saw some random weirdo walking around Vegas with one on, I'd be like, that's par for the fucking course.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to murder, do it in luchador mask. Go to drinkinbrosluchadormask.com.
.org.
And you can, I guess we're going to have to make a luchador mask now.
If somebody rolled in a luchador mask, I'd get a fear boner, I think. Like, initially. You know, like that's how it would start, and then I would be like, "What is? Maybe they are here wrestling."
Maybe
you know?
a boner, yeah.
Yeah.
Brittany, as a reminder, just posted. We have straw hats on the Drinkin' Bros store.
That's
as well.
right. If you're out there and you want to commit a murder, a straw hat's a great cover. As Dan said, I didn't see his face from the goddamn security cam footage.
I don't think we have any orange sweatshirts, but
I think the abolish the FBI one is.
you may be able to get something. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be able to get something in orange or a straw hat. I've got 2 of those straw hats. I'm not going to commit a murder yet. I mean, you know, I'm not obviously not ruling it out. It's a long life. We'll see how things go. But this is a great story. This is one of those that's going to live on for years. This will be a Dateline, then it'll be a Netflix doc, and then it'll be reenacted by real actors on Hulu, and like a 6 to 7 part series. This is going to be a really good one, but he looks like Walter White in Breaking Bad with that outfit on, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was the corruption. Maybe he's cooking meth and he got caught.
Be a blast.
Jesse, we got to cook.
Yeah.
Right? And then he told him he is the danger or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Next up, we got a Rivien Vasectomy. Damn, that sounds fun, doesn't it?
This actually happened right here in Austin, Texas.
Sure did.
This is one of my favorite stories.
Sure did. When Dr. Christopher Yang pulled up to his office outside of Austin, Texas, in his Rivien electric truck on September 1st, that was just 7 days ago, the power was out. The urologist and his staff went about canceling the day's appointments, including a vasectomy. Then one of his colleagues joked that they should use the electric truck to do the vasectomy instead. And that's what it's meant for, right? That's what they're all meant for. So he said, we all had a good laugh. That's what Yang said. And I thought a little bit more about it and thought, that's definitely something that's feasible. And I like that. I like that attitude.
He's a go-getter. You know what I mean?
It's a can-do attitude.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. You know what I mean? So he performed what he described in a tweet as, quote, what is likely the world's first Rivien-powered vasectomy.
Sure is.
And I also like, so he told the patient the situation that they didn't have power. They could either reschedule or he could use his trucks as a power source with an extension cord. And according to Yang, the patient laughed and said he preferred not to reschedule and was fine using the truck. So you got to wonder about the mindset of this dude. Is he super busy, or is he just like, I got fucking to do?
Yeah, he's got fucking.
He's got fucking to do, man.
fucking to do.
He didn't have time.
We have a picture of the truck powering the building.
No way.
I thought we had footage of the vasectomy. Shit.
I wish.
Look at that. It's across the AC unit. Come on, man. That's fucking nuts.
I like it.
That Rivian's a nice truck, though. I will say.
See, this is the opposite of what's happening in California because they have generators attached to their electric vehicles.
Yeah.
And now we're using our electric vehicles to cut dudes' dicks off.
Yeah, you're getting V-Sex. You're getting V-Sex out in the parking lot. Look, I think Dr. Yang should be cherished.
I think he should receive the Medal of Honor.
So do I. This is great.
Fuck Dakota Meyer.
Yeah. Well, you said that.
And Florent Groberg. All these guys. Get this dude a fucking Medal of Honor ASAP. ASAP, Rocky.
What was the honor? Just doing a V-Sec through the car?
Well, the fact that he, look, he in a country like America with, in dire need of tort reform, it's easy to get sued for pretty much anything, especially if you're in the medical community. Mm-hmm. And this guy took a chance to make sure that his patient could get back to fucking.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's worthy of America's honor.
Do you still drop loads after you have a V-Sec?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Are you sec'd up? Nah, dog. We got to listen in the studio.
No, he's still
bring him on.
He's playing with live ammo still.
Yeah, and that's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun. You got your lady here. Who knows what you guys are getting into tonight? Might have a little baby tonight. Good for you. Look, when one person dies, life needs to be created, so it's on you.
Yeah, if you're out there and you're worried about the queen or whatever the fuck, make sure you're cream pieing tonight.
Yeah, cream pie for the queen. Hashtag cream pie for the queen.
Can we hashtag that?
Can we put that hashtag up on YouTube, or do you think they're going to go ahead and shut this video down? Whatever, dude.
Ooh, Austin C's got a good question. How long until we get a Rivien abortion? Well, that's not going to happen in Texas.
Not in Texas.
But we'll drive right across the border.
Yeah, you got to go to California for that Rivien. But you got to wait till the power comes back.
Well, it'll be a generator powering the Rivien, which will then power the abortion.
Right.
So...
And then you can put the dead fetus and then drive in the HOV.
Nico
lane.
the Greco says queen pie.
Queen pie. Oh, boy. Way to go, Nico. Look at that. A nice little queen pie tonight.
Bill Schofield said queen pie, which is like a baby saying queen, I guess.
Yeah.
Which the baby element kind of throws me off.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, something that I hope happens with the queen, and it would be, I guess, just a shame if it didn't, disrespectful if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Her corgis need to be buried alive with her.
Oh, yeah.
Have to.
As she is
Pharaoh
a
style, for sure.
like
yeah,
a pharaoh.
100%.
Yep.
I agree with that.
They need to do that at Westminster Abbey, I believe.
If they don't do it, then we'll kill those corgis and bury them ourselves. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
How many does she have?
I think she has like 2 or 3 currently. She's a real corgi freak. Loves corgis. She's had 30 across her whole life.
No shit.
Yeah.
She outlived 30 corgis?
Well, more like 27.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Wow, that's wild. That's something to think about.
You got to bury those corgis.
Got to bury the corgis. Do you drown them? Do you Vic them? Do you Michael Vick the dogs? What do you do there?
I think you just put them in.
Yeah, just bury them up to their necks.
Bury them alive, and then
Yeah.
just kind of give everybody earplugs.
Yeah.
Khashoggi it, where you're just like, turn the music up. It drowns out the screams. Yeah. All right, I understand it. Next up, we got hardafseltzer.com. I told you at the top of the show, it's like 112 cases left. That's it of the OG flavors. The new ones are getting made in 11 days. They'll sell out quick. We're shipping to 41 states currently. And then Tennessee, how many stores is that, Bob? What are we in
83.
now? 83 stores in Tennessee. My God, man. Domination in Tennessee. We'll be there, too, for the Florida-Tennessee game. If you have a tailgate and you want us to do the live show from there, we will do it, and we will supply all the booze. As you can see there on your lovely screen, we're in Good Times Wine and Spirit in Crossville, Tennessee. Happy Hour Wine and Liquor in Cookville. Supermart 2. Is that Gatlinburg? Screen's far away. I can't
Gallatin.
see. I can't see it.
Not Gatlinburg.
Can't see transvestites or city names. Total Wines in Knoxville. We're everywhere in that goddamn place. Go get some seltzer. It's game day tonight. Get drunk. 8%. Queen is dead. Drink in her honor, pour it on the floor, and then have sex on top of that wet spot on the floor.
And make sure you cream pie.
Queen pie.
Yeah, queen
We're
pie.
going to queen pie tonight. All right. Go to hardafseltzer.com. Get the last of the OG flavors while you can if you haven't had them, and the new ones will come out here. And they're getting inserted in the cans in 11 days. And I like to use the word inserted a lot. Last story here.
Wait, we have a bit of breaking news. I just got an email from Uber.
Okay.
Masks are no longer required, but they're still recommended.
Come on.
As of September 7th, riders and drivers will not be required to wear masks when using Uber. Blah, blah, blah. I've taken quite a few Ubers in the past couple of months. I haven't seen anybody wearing masks.
No, not one person.
The drivers will.
Yeah.
Because I think they're worried about getting fired or whatever.
Sure.
But I haven't, I've gotten in. Nobody's mentioned it to me.
I haven't even thought about it. I haven't even fake reached for it too. Like getting in the car of I've never even done that.
No. And honestly, when I was in DC this week, I didn't know how that was going to go.
Oh shit! Yeah.
But nobody said anything. And to be honest, if somebody asked me about it, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Like I scheduled enough time traveling between destinations that I had time to tell this person to go fuck themselves.
Sure. Man,
but here we go. I mean, look, Uber was late to the whole woman driving thing, September 2019 in Saudi Arabia, and now I feel like they're pretty late to this as well.
I'm trying to think of when the last time. I think it was in L.A. L.A. They made me wear one in the back of that fucking thing. That was in March or April, and I even looked at the driver. I was like, "Hey man, I don't really care." And he was like, "Yeah, but he goes, there's a camera here," and he goes, "They're gonna fucking care." So I don't know if they're watching him or vice versa, or that's his sexual kink. But I don't kink shame. I put the goddamn thing on.
Yeah.
And then took it off once I was inside. But wow.
Either way.
Yeah. Either way.
Thanks Uber for allowing us to live our lives again.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Uber. We love you guys. Last story here: fighting back against actual fascism. There's been a lot of talk in the past few years about fascism in America. Last week, Biden actually called half of America semi-fascist.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Well, it's semi. It's like semi-hard again. It keeps coming back to that. It's a lot of boner terms. This is the actual definition of fascism, by the way. A political system headed by a dictator in which the government controls business and labor, and opposition is not permitted. Sounds like what this administration's trying to do.
Well, now the Biden administration is being forced by a federal judge to turn over all emails that Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Anthony Fauci, and other top officials sent to social media companies in response to a lawsuit claiming the White House colluded with big tech to censor viewpoints it disagreed with as, quote, misinformation.
No fucking way.
Yep.
Who filed this?
It was the...
I haven't heard about this story, actually.
The Attorney General of Missouri and Attorney General of another state. I don't remember which other state.
Bob, that's your state, dude.
I think that's my mom's boss.
Is it really?
Yes. Yeah, it is. So...
Wait, is that true?
Yeah, his mom's a public defender, or was.
Oh, shit, dude.
U.S. District Judge Terry Doty, however you say it, Tuesday order was the latest development in a lawsuit filed in May by Attorneys General Eric Schmidt of Missouri and Jeff Landry of Louisiana. Louisiana. Who charged the executive branch acted in cahoots with social media giants like Facebook and Twitter to, quote, censor freedom of speech on a number of topics, including COVID-19, pandemic, and elections. Now, we know that to be a fact. It's not... Zuckerberg just went on fucking Joe Rogan, the biggest media platform on earth, and said that the FBI called him and told him to censor things.
Right.
So this is not like this isn't speculation. It's an investigation to see all of who is guilty of it. Not just... So we think of... We think of our constitutional rights as something that can be violated by the government, but it's the government representative that actually violates them, right? So a law that's passed or an action taken by an official representative of the government, if, for example, Fauci or Jean-Pierre or Circleback Girl or any of these other cunts, at any point, reached out to social media companies and told them to censor things like this, that is a violation of federal law, right?
Yeah.
So I think what this is primarily about is setting the stage for the House Republicans in 2023 to start charging people with crimes. That would be a very smart move on their part.
The other smart move would be to get Fauci in there and then do a whole dog and pony show like J6.
Somebody's going to clip him before that happens. I promise you that.
Really?
That dude, there's no fucking way that the bureaucrats behind the Obama and Biden administrations are going to let this guy sit in front of Congress like that. Not one fucking prayer.
Wow.
He's 84 though, so.
Well,
you know.
The Queen was 96.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have gone another 12. We'll see.
So up until this point, the Department of Justice has refused to cooperate with our requests for discovery from top officials in the Biden administration under the guise of, quote, executive privilege. This is Attorney General Eric Schmidt of Missouri. The American people deserve answers on how the federal government has colluded with social media companies to censor free speech on these major platforms. Now, again, Twitter and Facebook, if they want to censor shit and do whatever the fuck, technically that is legal. There's nothing anybody can do about that.
Yeah.
Once a federal official calls them and tells them to do that, now it's a violation of federal law for both parties, right? You as a private citizen or as a private company, you can violate somebody's constitutional rights if you're being directed to do so by the federal government. That's how that works.
Right.
Right. So, for example, let's say I call the FBI and I say, hey, there's 2 assholes in my building right now.
Right, there's 2 over
right?
there. Yeah.
And I don't know what to do. And they say, arrest them, right? Now I'm operating under the authority of the FBI. And if that's a false arrest, under normal circumstances, if I hadn't called the FBI, I would be charged with false imprisonment, kidnapping, whatever. Mm-hmm. But now it's a violation of their constitutional rights as well by that member of the FBI and the FBI at large. So what we're looking at now is a much broader investigation into actual government fascism.
Yeah. That's great. Who decided to do this?
Those 2 attorneys general,
No
Jeff
shit.
Landry and Eric Schmidt.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
It's interesting to see.
It is.
People in government actually doing something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. We got a couple listeners in the studio here. Are you allowed to come up? Or both of you? She's like, no, I can't do this shit. I can't. Come on up for Drinkin' Bro of the Week. You guys have had some hard AF seltzers. You're in Austin, Texas. We're all having a good, fun time together. There it is. Take your time. I'm kidding. Put it about an inch from your face. There you go.
I'm on my 3rd, so.
Oh, you're on your
And I
third?
haven't eaten today yet.
You haven't eaten? Oh, boy. You're fucked.
All I had was coffee.
Are you guys going out tonight? You and your lady?
Yeah.
They were.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Not anymore. Not anymore. What do you think?
It's great. Actually, I bought some before, so.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your accent from?
France.
No shit.
It comes out when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a real French piece of shit, huh?
I'm an American citizen now, so I'm good, I think.
Okay. Are you dual, though? You have dual citizenship?
Yeah.
All right. So you can go back to France whenever you want?
Actually, yeah, I took her there a couple times.
It's beautiful there, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's nice.
No, I understand it. I
Yeah.
understand. The France hype is real.
Well,
It's beautiful there.
The nice thing is when it's a free trip, essentially, I just pay for the flight.
Oh, really? What do you do?
Well, no, because my family lives there.
Oh, so you stay with your family?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had it like that, where it was just like, yo, I got another house
No.
that I go to. Yeah. Something, and
I'm not rich like you.
well, I'm not fucking rich, goddammit. The seltzer would be in every fucking state if I was, you know? Tell everybody your full name.
Thomas Lask?
There you go. There you go. Why were you nervous about saying that?
I don't know.
Is it the Queen? Is it the Queen dying?
Oh, no. I think the French people hate England, and England hates French people. So
Do
I
they?
think-
Yeah, they
we were,
fucking hate
we were,
each other.
So we were talking about this
Yeah.
earlier. So Ireland hates England.
Yeah.
And France
Yeah.
hates England
Yes.
too.
Yep.
And England hates France.
Right.
Yes.
Have you ever picked up a history book?
America hates England, right? Who's
No.
left that actually liked
We
England?
don't really hate England.
Yeah.
Well, we
England's
beat 'em.
They're our
England's our
homies.
bestie now.
Yeah.
Well, now, but we beat them.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
World War
we
I,
killed.
World War
We
II.
killed. Yeah, we
Millions.
yeah. But I mean, in the long run, sure, right?
But France and England, they've always hated each other. They don't even like each other now. It's just really like out of convenience they had to fight Germany together.
Right. Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Yeah. Well, did France really fight in that, or?
The first one. The first one.
Totally kidding. Totally kidding. I'm sure your grandfather did a great job. Was he in World War I or II?
My great grandfather was
No shit. Which one?
World War One.
Yeah, my great grandfather
He was in the French Foreign
World War I.
Legion.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
All right. Right on. What do you do in real life?
Actually, we've talked about this before on Instagram. I work at a car dealership.
Oh, really?
When you're having all your car troubles, I shot you a DM.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Which one? You can shout them out.
No, because I've been drinking.
Are they here?
No, they're in Florida.
Oh, they're in Florida.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
But no, I'm in the accounting. I've done sales for 7 years now. I'm in the accounting department.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Who would you like to give the Drinking Bro of the Week to today?
So, actually, my brother and I got drunk last week, and so we moved here when I was 15. My brother was 10. He's actually a public defender now. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But I guess I'll give it to my parents for like yard selling everything we had in France to like move here. It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
You
Yeah,
seem like
that's
you're
my-
enjoying it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you can't get hard seltzer in other countries. You know that, right?
Yeah, actually, you guys should take over the European market.
Well, dude, I've chatted with numerous people about this, and they were like, "Hey,
'Cause that doesn't
we don't
exist.
have that.
They
yet."
don't even have it.
I
Yep.
know. They don't have it. And they're like, we don't even have this over here. And I was like, no, I know, but look, if I can't get an investor here in the United
Right.
States, like taking over the globe's a different fucking story.
Because this is the only country that needs to drink its alcohol like we're fucking 12-year-olds.
Well, it's 8%.
You know what I mean? I know, but
We
it's
need
like
to.
I want grape juice flavored liquor.
Sure.
Like they just drink their wine.
Which is grape juice, Bob.
Yeah, but good grape juice.
I guess. This is better though, and this is
great.
stronger. I mean, you're getting rocked today.
Yeah.
Fun times are ahead for you guys tonight. Where are you going out to tonight?
I guess 6th Street?
Yeah.
Or is it a Thursday thing, Friday thing?
No. Your 6th Street's good whenever, but just go to. You don't want to go to Dirty, right?
No, don't go to Dirty.
You want to
Go
go
to
to the other
West,
side. Go to West. Six.
Actually,
No, go to East Side.
Creek
EC6.
Creek and the Crave has like a mystery secret club stand up tonight.
Yes,
where
they
they
do.
don't announce.
They do, yeah.
That's dirty though.
Yeah, but that's fine. But if they want to see
They're gonna see
stand up, let them
comedy,
see
they might as
stand
well.
up. All right. Yeah. Why are you their fucking dad tonight?
I'm just giving them advice.
All right. Go to Creek and Cave.
Yeah, but then go immediately off Dirty because you might get shot.
No, you won't get shot. It's totally. It's safe.
Every time
It's safe
I've been
enough.
on Dirty, there's been a shooting.
Well, it's you, Delco. I mean, that's you. You know, like I think you're the problem. I think you're the problem. You'll be fine there.
Okay,
You'll
good.
be fine. Yeah. Who you hoping to see? Rogan?
I mean, has that ever happened?
Oh yeah, all the time.
At that secret fucking thing?
They do crazy shows all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
It's wild. And then once you're there, they'll send you like an email of like, oh hey, 20 minutes, so and so is going to pop up, and you're like, oh shit. It's always somebody dope there, so that'll be
Cool.
sweet tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll look into getting tickets.
All right, right on. And then head out to West 6 after that and get lit. You know, not that you're not half in the bag already.
Yeah.
Might as well complete the process at this point.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being on. Why couldn't she be on air?
I've been trying. I used to do a tiny little podcast with like 600 downloads. So
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
No
But
judgment.
I've been trying to get her to do it forever.
Nah, she won't do it, huh?
No.
Okay.
There's no shaming. There's no getting her drunk. She just
How long you guys been together?
go, babe.
She won't say.
Like a year and a half.
Do you guys work for the fucking government? Like, what's going on here? Are you guys undercover agents? Are you fucking narcs? Like, there's something weird going on.
A year and a
here.
half.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys
I
can
just
have-
I'm trying to get her to give a little bit of attention here.
Nah, she won't do it, dude.
No,
She's not having any of your bullshit.
Yeah.
She'll let you drink all day, but she's not going to have any of your bullshit. We can't bring her on the air. And that's fine. Not everybody wants to be on camera. The Queen did, and she did it well for 96 years. R.I.P. Okay? R.I.P. to her. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also go to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and then you can walk away after that. Did you guys settle your issues yet over there, boys?
No, we're still in the process.
Okay. All right. I'm making sure, because if you're looking for softcore history out there, it's not on iTunes.
It's on
You got to go to
YouTube.
Spotify. You guys
the
are
new
Spotify exclusive now.
The new one's not on iTunes for some
Yeah,
reason,
yeah.
but the other stuff is.
Okay.
Go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel though.
Yeah.
Softcore History.
What's the name? Is it Softcore History? Is that the
Softcore
YouTube channel?
History, yeah.
Okay, great.
And the Patreon.
And the Patreon. That's right. Because you listen to the show. You're a big fan. Yeah.
Fucking go. I'm sorry for all the stuff I say about the French.
Well, you're not, Bob. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. He comes into work every day, and all he does is, man, fuck this French guy, dude. If we get fries, he'll throw them out the goddamn window.
We don't really make fun of the French. We make fun of French Canadians.
Oh, God. Those are the worst.
Why? What's the sitch?
How much time you got? No.
We're on a fucking podcast.
No,
We can
just
do whatever.
I live in Florida, which is essentially their home away from home.
Okay.
Right? South Florida, Hollywood,
Yeah.
West Palm, all that shit. They're the worst fucking drivers. I don't know. Their accent sounds dumb.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Are they French Hicks?
yeah, well, not even worse than that, because they don't even count the same. They count they use different numbers.
They say Zed and shit like that. Or whatever the French version of Zed is instead of zero.
Zed, yeah, no, that's French.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. So when I was in college, I valeted, and one time we pulled up a car and they started talking shit about us in French Canadian, and I was like, merci beaucoup, fucking slammed the door. Like, oh shit,
Nice.
they actually got
Yeah.
it. So yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome.
You should
dude.
have been like, Je m'appelle, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly. Vive la France. Way to go. Proud of you. Proud of you. Thanks for coming in today. We greatly
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
It's been a wild day today. Mm-hmm. You know, Queen died.
Queen died.
I don't know if you heard.
I actually didn't know until I walked in the door. Like, you're yelling it on top of your lungs.
Was I?
Yeah.
Man.
You're on the floor crying on
Yeah, I
your
was
knees,
affected by
screaming
it.
at the heavens.
I was affected by
Just
it.
fucking wouldn't stop.
I know. I can't stop. And I won't stop. And if you're out there, bet on tonight's game. It's going to be fun tonight. The NFL kicks off. Go to mybookie.com. Use that promo code Drinkin Bros and bet with us or against us. Going Bills -2.5 for D'Anthony Holloway. I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin Bros